Imagine this. You wait your entire life for the World Cup. Not to play in it, not to lift the trophy, just to stand in the crowd, wear your country's shirt, and scream when your flag appears on the screen. But then the dream dies before kickoff. Not because of an injury, not because of a red card, not because your team lost, because somebody at an airport says, "You cannot enter." This is the uncomfortable question hanging over the biggest World Cup ever. Are visa problems killing the global World Cup? This tournament was supposed to feel like football's new world order. 48 teams, 3 host nations, more stories, more cultures. But here's the twist. The most powerful opponent at this World Cup might not be Brazil, Argentina, France, or England. It might be the border. Because football sells itself as the world's game. But what happens when the world cannot get in? Let's start with the moment that made this story feel bigger than paperwork. Somali referee Omar Artan was listed among the World Cup officials. He was reportedly set to become the first Somali referee to officiate at the tournament. That is not just a career milestone. That is history. A referee from a nation rarely given the center of the football stage, finally stepping onto the biggest field in sport. But instead of walking into a stadium, his World Cup story stopped at Miami Airport. He was denied entry into the United States and sent back. Think about that image. A referee trusted by football's global system, but rejected by a border system. One whistle, silenced before it ever blew. And that is why fans are asking a bigger question now. If a referee can make the official list and still be turned away, what does that mean for fans from countries with weaker passports, political tensions, or complicated immigration histories? Now, to be clear, here are the facts. The United States has said visa and entry decisions are made case by case, based on law enforcement and immigration information. FIFA has also made it clear that it does not control government border decisions. That is the official reality. But emotionally, it feels brutal. Because the World Cup does not just belong to players. It belongs to mothers, fathers, street vendors, students, immigrants, workers, and kids who save money for years just to see one match. And that is where the human side becomes impossible to ignore. Cape Verde goalkeeper Vozinha became one of the emotional stories of the tournament, but his mother initially could not attend because of visa and cost complications. Imagine giving your country a historic World Cup moment, then looking into the stands, and the person who sacrificed everything for you is not there. That is not a logistics story. That is a heartbreak story. And it shows the real danger. A World Cup can be global on paper, but emotionally empty if the people who give it life are missing. Different countries are feeling this in different ways. Iran's team faced major uncertainty, with reports of delayed visas and some staff members denied. Their base was shifted to Mexico, even while their group matches are in the United States. That means the tournament is no longer only about tactics. It is about travel routes. It is about border timing. It is about how many hours a team spends in airports instead of training grounds. And here is the football question nobody wants to ask. Could visa pressure become a hidden home advantage? That is why this story matters. Because the World Cup is not only about goals, it is about belonging. It is about seeing your people in a place they were never expected to be. It is about a tiny nation feeling massive for 90 minutes. It is about immigrants watching 2 homes collide on one field. It is about the idea that for 1 month, the world can sit in the same stadium and believe in the same magic. But if visas, politics, fear, and cost decide who gets that magic, then maybe the World Cup is still global for the cameras, but not for the people. So here's the final question. When the next great goal goes in, and half the fans who dreamed of being there are missing, will we still call it the world's game? Or will we finally admit the truth? Football may be global, but access to football is not. And that might be the real scandal of this World Cup.